guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, today we're gonna build some stuff. Well, not really. We're just gonna assemble some stuff that I got from Ikea. As many of you might know already, Ikea is my playground, but I recently had a project that I wanted to make and I needed some stuff from Ikea. And while I was there, I got a whole lot of stuff that I am using or I will be using in my greenhouse. So I'm gonna take you along, show you the things that I find very, very useful. And I will also assemble the things that I used in that project, which I think by now I already posted. It's the Gemma Light setup. I wanted to do something cute, do some setups, things of the sorts, and I got carried away. Anyway, with that said though, let's start assembling. I'm gonna start with these guys, which, oh, I'm so happy I found. These I'm already using and I got more because I want to continue what I started. So let me just show you what I'm doing with these shoe racks. Can you see it? Probably not. So for the longest time, I had issues in finding proper shelves for this area of my growth space. This is under my main shelf. I have light here as well, and it's a great place for those orchids which prefer it a little bit cooler, such as the Oncidium or Odontoglossum hybrids and other Oncidium related intergenerics. But putting orchids on the floor, no matter how beneficial it is for them, it's not very beneficial for my eyesight. And also, I have been accused in the comment section that I don't care about these orchids because I just display them on the floor. I had Phalaenopsis at some point here and I was trying to trigger blooming with the low temperatures, so yeah. I just mentioned that as a joke, don't worry about it, I didn't take it seriously. But the truth is, it really wasn't looking aesthetically pleasing. So I was thinking of building a shelf, and then one day I saw that shoe rack at Ikea and ta-da! Instant shelf, and it's not even visible, and it's much cheaper, and it's also mobile because at some point I might move or I might get bored of this. Joey, are you okay? It's Joey's timeout, Maya's on the nest. So this hit the mark for me from all points of view, and especially versatility, mobility, things of the sorts, which are things that I personally appreciate. So I put these shoe racks all over this side of the grow space, but I have one more side which could use some help. So this is the southern side. As you can see, I already have a shelf here. It's the Shirley Simple Shelving. Do you remember? I received it 4 years ago. I still use it. The thing is, with the Ikea shoe racks, I actually maximize the space because I can put 2 orchids on that shoe rack and then a few more orchids lower. It looks good, it can fit more orchids, and it's a little bit more suited for this space. And this, one summer I actually had it outside and it looked really nice. So what I plan to do with this is stain this wood, which I never did, although I always said I would. So here's hoping that I eventually will. So I'll stain it and this will go outside, and here I'm gonna put the Ikea shoe racks. So let's get to work. I'm not gonna bore you with the whole process. I'm gonna come back when everything is cleared. So actually I ended up mopping as well. The greenhouse really needs some cleaning, and since I'm at it, why not? So while that dries, let's go ahead and unbox the next item, which I didn't use, but I did buy it for a very specific reason and for some very specific orchids. So the name of the little shelf is Samanhag. I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing this, and it's a cute little shelf that actually works with some trays that I already have. Oops. Well, looks like we're provided with screws as well, so that's good. Let's see the instructions. This should not be hard. And we are done. It was actually pretty easy to install, very intuitive, but oh man, these little tools, I kind of dislike them. One thing that I'm noticing is that this is not very straight, so I'm gonna need to fix it. These things are so flimsy. Oh, see what I mean? I should invest in some hexagon screwdrivers. As a side note, this is one of the reasons why I never have nice nails, nice cuticles, and all of those things. But it's not the only reason. I have very dry skin, and whatever I do with my hands, it will make my skin look awful. Just because. That's how I'm built. Oh, I forgot the little legs. Funny story, for Christmas, I took about 2 weeks break. I didn't clean, I didn't wash, I didn't cook, I didn't do anything with my hands, and my nails were beautiful. They were not exfoliated, they were long, my cuticles were all hydrated and looking great. And in January, just before my boyfriend started work, and obviously me starting work as well, I told my boyfriend, wanna bet that in 2 days this will be a thing of the past? Well, 2 days later, 3 nails were like completely ripped and broken. Cuticles were dry and looking horrible. It is how it is. What to do? Thank goodness I don't really care. I mean, it would be nice to have nice hands, but if it means giving up all of this, no thanks. I like what I'm doing. All right, so this is the shelf. And it is actually designed to work with these little trays, which you might already know. They don't seem to have a name, but you will find them in the kitchen section. And I know, Maya, look, we have a little shelf. Now, as I was saying, I got this shelf for a very specific reason. Let me show you. There we go. I got it to place my little Tolumnias, and this actually saves me a lot of space because with these very tiny orchids, it always seems to me like such a waste to just display them on a horizontal on a shelf like this. So I think this will do the trick. I still have space left and actually have another one for maybe Neophenicias. I don't know, I'm gonna think about it. For now, they're gonna sit here. This is the southern side. It's gloomy now, but typically it's quite sunny. And PS, I used to have my Tolumnias on these trays, but now they're designated for the baby Vandas. Okay, so the floor is all dry. I can install the shoe racks, which by the way are called Grezhik. These don't require any assembly, so let's get to work. How much space we still have. We have a bit more space there and also right in front of these shoe racks. Things will get populated, no worries. But for now I decided to only place this one on the ground because she has a huge flower spike and another one on the way. This is one of the saved oncidiums from last year. It's doing fantastic. It's also one of the ones that participated in the experiment with the kelp extract. And it was one that was not treated, actually. Yeah, I'm currently not using the kelp. It's not for me. I'm sure there are many people who found success and improvement with using kelp extracts and things of the sorts. I'm just not one of them. So I'm not gonna tell you to use something that I don't use. Okay, now let's look at a lamp. Okay, so this is actually one of the most affordable lamps that Ikea has. It's called Lersta. It's not very cheap, but it's not as expensive as the others. And I really wanted to do this setup because I think it's very versatile and very easy for anybody to just get a lamp and transform a shaded corner in your house into a beautiful oasis with plants, right? And actually one of the reasons why I accepted the Gemma collaboration now and not 2 years ago or something is because they came out with stuff that you can actually put in your home with full spectrum bulbs that are not pink. They're not that really awful, in my opinion, a light that might be good for plants, but it certainly isn't good for your eyes. And also, I was hoping for versatility. I wanted a bulb that you can get and put into a normal lamp and ta-da, have a nice growing space, which is semi-professional in a way. So a few years ago, everybody was actually using those big, really powerful lamps that I'm not even sure how you would put in a house unless you would hang them from the ceiling. Not everybody wants to do that. I don't want to do that. But this will look pretty in a corner of my home. I might actually move it inside the house. I don't know. I have an empty corner, Bendy's corner. I cannot really pull myself together to put anything there. So if I create a little nature corner with a grow light, that would be fantastic. And this will help me do it. So that's why I bought it. Teach me, Ikea. We have a maximum of 20 watts that we can put here. It is not a super sturdy material. It's aluminum. It's very light, but it's very nice. I enjoy it. I like it. And of course, to go with our little lamp, we need a little shelf or a little display table or something. So I splurged a little bit on this one, but it looks so pretty. This is called Satsumas, and it sounds like an anime name, doesn't it? Now let us dive into lecture. So this is quite a little bit later. My battery died and I took this opportunity to have lunch. So I don't actually remember anything, but I think I was meant to attach this piece of wood to this other piece of wood. This is not going easy. At this point, I'm wondering if this is correct, but hey, one way to find out. Okay, this really isn't easy. It's partially due to these tiny little flimsy tools. Now here's a pickle. On this side, I can only do this, and then I have to remove the tool and insert it again. And if I try to use the other side, I have no leverage, so I can't, which makes things extra complicated. This is one of the worst IKEA products that I've ever assembled. My hand is now the same color as my sweater. Ta-da! All right, about 1,000,000 years later, and we made some progress. With this product, if the thought of purchasing it ever crosses your mind, I suggest you first make sure that all of these thicker screws look like this, flush. If they protrude, you did it wrong, and you have to redo it, and that's not funny. Okay, it doesn't look that way, but it is a lot more comfortable, and my fingers are not sore because I have leverage. What did I do? I really can't tell you how I managed to do that or how that's even possible, but there it is. It's stuck in here. Ta-da! And there we are, finally. It looks so cute, but I'm not sure if the trouble is worth it. With this one, you're gonna have to decide for yourselves. I also got another thing, which does not need assembly, thank goodness. This is the You'll have the link in the description. I'm not pronouncing that. So these are some plant pot holders, but the funny thing about them is that you can place them like this for a wider pot, or like this for a thinner pot, which is so cool. So I envisioned doing this type of business. So yeah, if you have a few plants, there we have it. A little corner in your room, which will display them. So cute, don't you think? And with that said, it is time to go, you guys, because I'm running extra late. Thank you so much for joining me today. All of these products are down below in the description. Maya, she was trying to balance on an IKEA lamp. So you'll have all of these products minus Maya in the description below. Check them out. The video with the grow bulbs should be up as well. I'll link you to it down below in the description. And with that said, you know the drill. Like or dislike this video below. Subscribe to my channel for regular orchid videos, tutorials, experiments, and from time to time, things of the sorts. I'll actually link you some other assembly videos as well because I tend to do them quite a lot. Do follow me on my Instagram and Facebook as well. I post there as well. And also check out my second channel for complimentary videos, but also African violet videos and all sorts of other types of videos. Everything is in the description. Now with that said, it is time to fix my car. Bye!